U.S. envoy expected to visit Moscow to discuss Ukraine conflict. The Ukraine conflict purpose: to destroy Russia and remove Putin from office. Battleforworld.com, March 11, 2025. How much of this back-and-forth diplomacy is related to a genuine peace effort is unknown. But the news is reporting an unconfirmed rumor that U.S. President Donald Trump's special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, is to travel to Moscow this week to meet with the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Part of the visit is to keep the momentum alive regarding ongoing efforts to negotiate a ceasefire in the Ukraine conflict, provoked by the United States shadow government to destroy Russia and remove Putin from office. Witkoff had previously met with Putin in Moscow in February to support the impetus of trust building, which led to the release of U.S. citizen Marc Fogel by Moscow in exchange for Russian national Aleksandr Vinnik. Battleforworld notes: I read what the news is reporting, but I get the feeling that the United States peace efforts are just trolling the Russians with overtures of peace efforts as tricks are played along the way. Zelensky's Kyiv regime planned to propose an air and naval truce on Tuesday, according to a Ukrainian official to AFP. And Russia has dismissed such temporary ceasefires as a tactic to delay Ukraine's defeat. Zelensky is not scheduled to directly participate in the upcoming negotiations between U.S. and Ukrainian officials, according to reports. In a State Department transcript published days ago, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said, "We'll see how the rest of the talks go tomorrow as well. But as I said, I think if we emerge there with a good meeting that we feel good about and can report back to the president, then I think decisions will be made in regards to the current pause." Battleforworld notes: it appears as if the Ukraine war will continue after the so-called negotiations are completed, because I get the feeling that the outcome of the meeting will end in disagreements because the Ukraine war was conceived by the U.S. shadow government for a reason. Update: on March 11th, Hungary is reporting that Ukraine launched a drone attack on its critical infrastructure, attacking its sovereignty. The attack targeted the Druzhba oil pipeline measuring station, severely disrupting Hungary's energy supply. Battleforworld notes: apparently, Ukraine's intelligence to gather information from the U.S. to launch missiles has not been put on pause. While expert Dr. Marco Masalai noted that Ukraine's drone attack on Russia ahead of talks is a glaring strategic miscalculation, and that Zelensky is behaving increasingly erratically, suggesting a breakdown in strategic coherence within the Ukrainian leadership. It is becoming clear that the U.S. deep state/shadow government would like to widen the war, because true peace is low priority. Links to our news website and the free PDF volume set is posted in the description.